Have you ever noticed, like, when you walk into a room and you can notice people actually stop respecting you or noticing you that you are getting invisible and they do not care about you, and you could actually sense only when it is gone, because respect is something we can feel, and only if it is lost we can feel the most. So today I'm going to talk about how we lose respect in our environment or for a friend circle or around the family, and how actually we can gain it back, because everything is about the communication and the connection around us and how we stand in someone else's life. And self respect is more important than anything, because that's how you are being treated in the first place. So let's get into it. So I'm going to tell you first how you lost the respect. I'm going to tell you some signs that you have lost the respect. So the first one is you are not taken seriously. Like when you are pitching your ideas or a recommendation or suggestion somewhere in the group, you are not taken seriously. Not usually taken seriously when you are pitching some of the ideas or suggestions or recommendations you're giving in a group. When you're literally telling your ideas in a group, they speak over your ideas, or they don't usually listen to you. They interrupt continuously whenever you talk. That's when you know you lost your respect, because you are not taken seriously. Second one is people interrupt you or ignore you, like you are not even in the room. They usually never ask your opinions at all. That's when you know. That's another sign. Okay. Third one is no boundaries are respected. Like, where are we? Are we in 2010? What what are you teaching people about your boundaries? Like usually they will overstep you, like when they will never care about your boundaries at all. They'll just overstep and they'll tell you that you, like, you never object, because they don't respect you in the first place. Fourth one, the last one is like you are not even being informed, because you're not valuable or essential, because you have no boundaries, right? You, someone is going to tell you that let's go for a new movie, and eventually they'll know that you will come, because they are never respecting your boundaries. So they will never inform you about anything. They'll just take the decision and inform you at the last, so that they know that you're coming. So let's see how actually you lost the respect in the first place. Because we made mistakes, we did something to someone or people around us to think that you does not deserve respect. That's not true, but something made them feel like that. So let's see that. Okay. The major one which I also face that is lack of consistency. So when you say something, you have to do it, but you would have missed doing that. Let's say you told your friend that you're going to come for a hangout, but you said and you cancel it at the last minute, and you never even informed them. Like the person actually prepared everything just for you, and she or he is waiting there, and that inconsistency led them to disrespect you. So another example is, imagine someone at work tells that they'll submit a work on some day and they never do. They actually people will never rely on them even if they are so much talented, because people know that he'll not submit it on time. People can't rely on them. That's it. You need to be very consistent of what you say, because action matters more than words. So the second one is over familiarity or people pleasing. So whenever you think you wanted to be liked, that's when you are not taken seriously at all. So let's take an example of a school teacher who really wants to be liked by her students. She enters the class, cracks jokes, and tells so much of things about her life. And she has all the dark secrets also, and doesn't actually set boundaries. So the student will definitely think that she's a easy catch. She can be cheated so easily. Another side, there will be a definitely a maths teacher who sets so much boundary, and he will never come to the students level. He'll be in his level and he will never cross his limits, never shares about his personal life or anything other stuffs. He barely cracks jokes, and that's when student will definitely respect him, because he carries him so much. He carries so much of confidence in him, and he will set his boundary and he will never cross that. So that's when he is going to be liked and respected by other people. And you can actually relate so much to this, because it's a situation we everyone can relate. We have been to school. That's why. So when you literally think you can people please and gain people, that's when people can stamp on you, stab you, will never take you seriously. They'll disrespect you so much that you will get hurt again and again, where you will never come out of that pit at all. So we need to stop people pleasing, guys. So the third one is not standing up for yourself. Let's take an example where a group of friends are there and you are the person who are actually laughed about. Okay, so when a guy is actually teasing you and you are never taking care of yourself, and usually nervously laugh about it and accept whatever he says about you, so that's when people will think that you can be criticized about, you can be disrespected. You are keeping yourself in that pedestal so that they can talk bad about you every time you are being in that room or being in the group. So whenever you step up and stand up for yourself, that's when they'll know that you can't be disrespected. You will change the dynamics fully when you stand up. You literally have shown them that it's okay. So the moment you stand up for yourself, the whole mindset of them shifts. The dynamic changes, and they'll think that you can't be treated like that. That's easy at that. So the last one is neglecting self-respect. Okay. So there will definitely be a person who never prioritizes his health, who never take care of themselves. So this is actually a mirror. Okay, when you take care of yourself so much, you are teaching people of how you have to be treated. Okay, it's actually a mirror. When you treat yourself badly, you are teaching them that it's okay for them to treat you badly. It's same. Okay, put themselves first, instead they will be the helper in the gang. So that's when people disrespect, and they will never see that person as a leader. Instead they will see that person as a helper in the group. That's it. They usually work overtime and help others for no reason, even if they are overloaded. That's the person you shouldn't be. Sorry, I forgot. The last one is actually lack of growth or purpose. Okay, so let's take an example of a gang or group of friends where one person's literally stuck somewhere in the past. He or she never actually learns something new, when others in the group actually tries to learn something and will never complain and try new things, try new jobs, evolving in their life, but that person is not even trying something. He is complaining constantly. What will we do? We will never actually respect that person because he's always complaining. He's always yapping about how miserable his life was instead of trying new things. You can't help him because you have a life to take care of. I'm going to tell you 5 steps how to regain your respect, which is actually gone without even realizing, right? So the first one is boundaries. Rebuild your boundaries. This should be a different video, but it's okay. So, boundaries. You need to set a firm boundaries of how you have to be treated. Okay, so when someone is treating you badly or teasing you of something or criticizing you in public, you need to stand up for yourself and tell them that it's not okay, that you are not okay with how they are treating you. Okay, so it's okay to say no, even if you are going to sleep the whole Sunday. It's okay to say no to that friend who constantly picks up on you to engage himself to go outside. Okay, you know what I mean. So, not only this time, you can say no in a different ways also, and take a challenge of telling no to at least 3% daily, and you will definitely set a amazing boundary and you will regain your respect. Second one is show consistency. Okay, so like when you tell something, give action of whatever you told. Okay, so I recently started doing this because I usually lack inconsistency. I mean, consistency, right? So when I tell my friend or someone that I'm going to be at 1 p.m. sharp, I'm going to be prepared because, like, I'm going to spend 1 hour to get ready, do my hair, do my makeup, do my dressing, and everything. I have to start before 2 hours literally because 1 hour for me to get ready, another 1 hour to travel to that place, and I'll just be sharp at 1 p.m. in that place. So, being on time is very important when you tell a person to come there or when you meet a person, because that is going to tell you how perfect or how accountability or how you respect and value their friendship or relationship or anything, because it's all about how you value people. You have to show that in your action instead of just saying in words. It's no sense. You just need to show how much you value everything you say. So another thing is accountability also, which I'm going to add this to the second point, because when you do something and you did a mistake, do not blame it on someone or something because you did that. You are very conscious in doing that mistake. Why did you actually blame that on another person? I did this recently when I told my manager that I was multitasking and that lagged, like that actually affected my work life. So I told her that the multitasking which I was doing, which I thought is my best skill, was actually, sorry, which actually holded me back. So I told her that was a mistake I did. And eventually, when you actually accept your mistake, when you are so sorry for what you did, people respect you. People will just see that in your eyes that you are genuinely sorry and genuinely accept your apology. Third one is, do not over explain. Okay, speak with confidence. This is the third one. Like, it's okay if you can't answer something immediately, but don't actually try to just buffer or say anything that is coming in your mouth. It's not actually right. When you speak with confidence, people will actually think that you know what you're saying, because you should know. It's not like you should know everything that you are saying right now. If I'm going to say something to a person, I don't know what exactly that I'm going to tell to a person. I just stay calm in that person at the moment, and I'll just think about it and speak correctly whenever I wanted to. When you speak in confidence, speak with confidence, people will value you, people will be attracted to you. The fourth one is very amazing. Okay, you have to work on your skills silently, like communication, how to speak to people, how people people behaviors are. I'm going to show you, like, I'm going to tell you about a favorite book which I read, which I learned about people's behavior recently, where it's a book is surrounded by idiots. I know the title is actually not related to the topic, but it says how people are and how people actually behave in some situations, and we can know how to predict them before actually talking to him. Okay, so you need to work on your skills silently. So that's when you know, when you're going to meet that person or anyone after 1 year or 6 months, they're going to be so amazed of your growth, because you're not a stuck person. You have grown. You have grown, and you speak with so much confidence, and they sense it. They can sense it. They can see it in your eyes, because you are so alive, because you worked on your skills silently, even if it is loud, no problem, but you need to learn something. The final part is, respect yourself first. Stop speaking badly to yourself. Say kind words. I usually started this recently, like whenever I'm going to bed, I'll just say that I did amazing. I did what I had to do. I was amazing today. And I'm going to wake up to a new reality which is great, and I'm going to wake up to a amazing morning tomorrow. Okay, so whenever I say this, it feels good, and when I wake up, it obviously was or is a good day. So this is a basic tip is saying affirmations to yourself. You can use ChatGPT or Pinterest or anything to just talk to yourself or say affirmations regularly to yourself. And I usually look into my childhood picture and tell her how amazing she has become. Because whenever you talk bad about yourself, it will be in your subconscious mind that it's okay for you to be treated badly when someone is actually treating you like that. So it shouldn't be like that. You will not stand up for yourself when people are going to treat badly. See, it's not actually very tough, or it's not too late to gain your respect again. It's okay when you have been a people pleaser like me the whole life, but people are going to respect you again when you follow these steps. And you don't have to take care about people who think the old version is still you. You teach people of how you should be treated, like how to stop or when to stop, like that. People mirror of usually how you treat yourself. When you treat yourself like a goddess, like you are, people are gonna do the same thing. So let's just start loving ourselves and treating ourselves with so much of kindness and like so much of respect, because we deserve that. I'll see you guys in another video. Okay, bye. Have fun. Bye.